Hello everyone, it's Supra. I'm back. Unfortunately, I'm not going to talk anything gaming related. I'm just here to do my deed and warn other producers about another bad network or another couple of bad networks. Just to warn people to stay away. I mean, it's a shame we're in a situation these days where we really can't trust anyone and we really can't deal with anyone and expect some common decency. I don't know what the gameplay is. I think it might be some rushed gameplay. It's really just going to be anything that will fit the commentary. It won't necessarily be up to date or the latest patch of Battlefield 4, but I do have some Battlefield 4 gameplay. So anyway, the TLDR of this, because I know that some people would just want to know, get the message, and they don't really care about the story, is I joined a network called ZoominGames back in 2013. In May of 2014, I was transferred without notice, let alone consent, to a network called Music Nations. These are both networks that don't help you with your channel at all, Music Nations especially, and they give you 1 day of the year to request an unlink, which seems really unpractical to me, but we'll talk about that later. But anyway, let's get down to the story, because I like to think that people care. So back in 2013 there was a website called Battlefieldo. It was a Battlefield news site, and you could share your videos on there, and I quite like the stuff that they put out. Unfortunately, it doesn't exist anymore. I did often share my videos there. There was a guy who I'm not going to name in case, just out of respect, but I do believe that he is genuine. I've been speaking to him about the situation recently, and he has been answering back, and he does remember me and everything, which is good. A guy contacted me about his network that he's recruiting for. Basically, the point of a recruiter is they can get money, a little bit of revenue from the partners that they recruit. And as it turns out, I was the only person who he gained a considerable amount of money from, or anything, to care about. It wasn't like, it was pennies, basically. And he asked me if I wanted to join ZoominGames. I hadn't heard of ZoominGames before, so I looked around. They had a channel with a girl with big fake tits and whatever that played games, and she was a quote-unquote gamer and all that. Didn't really impress me, even though I was 17, and you expect everyone, like every 17, 16-year-old to be a fucking idiot. And at the time, I was concerned with my revenue. When I was 14 and 15, I was quite gifted, and I got a few hit videos that you check on my channel, my most viewed videos. I wouldn't recommend that you listen to them because they're very cringeworthy, because I was very young. But I was gifted and I was able to get quite a lot of views from them and a little bit of pocket money from them to fund my hobbies and everything. I was quite happy about that, but then it started to dry up. I was concerned for my revenue, so ZoominGames was, at the time I considered ZoominGames to be my only option to secure any sort of monetization of gaming videos, which is what I started doing. I might have been 17, but all I can remember is that I wasn't stupid, and I did read the contract, and I did look at the small print. As much as I might not remember, especially since they didn't give me a copy of their contract, I did do all of that, and I did wait a good while before I decided to join, and I said, whatever, you need to take risks in life, you have to spend money to make money, even though I wasn't spending money apart from the 30% that they were taking from me. And as it turns out, I don't even recall that much of a bump, because obviously I wasn't making that much views for my gaming videos, but it did allow me to remove any concerns of copyright issues. And I think the biggest help that ZoominGames ever did for me was they sent everyone, remember, I think last year or the year before, there was this big concern about gaming companies taking down YouTube channels for publishing videos of their games. So they went out their way to, ask all the gaming companies to see which ones are strict and which ones are quite lenient on people for posting their videos. So that was quite nice of them, but it was short-lived. So that was happening for a year, and in 2015 I did ask to leave, but as it turns out it was only 1 day. And so this year, it was about February time, and it was approaching my time to request an unlink, of which they give you 1 day of the year, which seems really impractical to me, considering time zones, considering when they read it. It just seems like there's so many ways that they can twist it in their favour and say, nope, you're not leaving, you did it too late, or you did it too early. ZoominGames have a 30-day policy, so 30th day before you joined up. Actually, it was even weirder than that. It was like 30 days before, and then the next year it'll be 60 days before, and then next year 90 days, I'm not sure. On the day that you joined the network or that your contract renews. So I sent a ticket concerning my unlinking, and then while I was on their partner dashboards, I looked at my revenue to see if it just correlated to what I was getting paid. And then I was like, this only says that I've been getting paid up to May of 2014. So I sent another ticket and I said, what's up with this? The guy got back to me concerning the payment ticket, saying that I haven't even been partnered since then, and that I've been partnered with Music Nations. So I wasn't totally happy about this. I didn't even know how the fuck they could do that without my consent. Like, how can they just move you to another network? For a long time, my PayPal emails were saying that I was getting paid from Music Nations as opposed to ZoominTV. I rather stupidly just ignored this, and I assumed that Music Nations was just the parent network of ZoominTV. I was still partnered with ZoominTV, and I didn't question it. So regardless, they said that they moved me to another network, and I was obviously pretty pissed off. I was like, so you moved me without even notifying me, let alone asking for my consent of this process? What the fuck? So then they sent me the link to ZoominGames' support, because obviously I need to sign up to their partner dashboard now to figure out, everything about my channel, my revenue, and of course my unlinking date, when I can unlink. And that wasn't fucking working, obviously, because I never even signed up to the network, so there was problems with my account. I still don't have an account, I can't log into it even if there is one. I don't even know if there is one. So I started contacting this person, and they would take over a week to reply to me. They were just taking so fucking long to reply to me. And then they were telling me different things to try, so they weren't even trying to just fix it internally. They were just telling me of things to try that weren't working. And then I was eventually like, look, all I'm concerned about is unlinking. Can you just tell me when I can send you an email concerning my unlink and to go through with the process, and then I can fucking run away from you guys forever and not give a shit. And they were like, oh, I'm sorry that you want to unlink, and no, you're not sorry. The 60th day that you can unlink, which is the 10th of March, and this was a couple of days ago, it's now the 24th, recording this, you can request to unlink. So this cunt was waiting over a week to reply to me because I was interested in one piece of information, and then I missed it because they took so long to reply to me. They gave me the main Music Nations support link. I pleaded with them to make an exception for me, that their inconsistency and their bad support is the reason that I can't unlink now. And I pleaded with them, could you make an exception? Please make an exception. This isn't my fault. You can't put this on me that I can't make an account. I'm having problems with my account, and all I want to do is unlink. And they said no, it doesn't. The unlinking department, the account department makes no, whatever the fuck they call it, they make no exceptions. So that's me locked into a network that I never even signed up to for another year, a network that has been forcing long unskippable ads on all of my videos, enabling all of my videos to public, all of unlisted and private videos to public, and putting ads on them just to squeeze money out of my channel as much as they can, the very little amount of money that they're making out of my channel. But I mean, at least I'm getting money, right? At least I'm getting 70%, which is like $10-15 a month. I think it's going down. My last payment was like $7, so it's very, very dry. It's as dry as my dick. So yeah, that's the situation that I'm in. I would implore that you don't join these networks. Join Curse. Even that's the network that I've been trying to join for the past couple of years, is Curse, because they just seem like the only decent network out there. It'll probably change soon, considering how much people have just decided to drop all their moral obligations and just become a complete dickhead to everyone, have no common decency. So yeah, ZoominTV, Music Nations, fuck you for ruining people that want to pursue their hobbies and then stealing off their success. The other part to the story is, after I started tweeting about it, and some people, Sarcrest and Luton mainly, were telling me that I should start threatening them legally, that all I had to do was do a simple Google search for Music Nations, and there's a plethora of articles and videos denouncing them as scammers, and that there's nothing you can do. They do nothing for you, and the only thing you can really do is wait in that one day to unlink, if they even are true to their word that they unlink you. If there's anyone out there that could help me with this, if there's any, people that have good knowledge of network partnerships, I'd be really thankful if you could help me out with this. Just give me a little bit of knowledge on it. So that's all, guys. I'm not leaving YouTube. I have been, as I said, I've been pretty demoralised with YouTube and pretty despondent with my creativity and what games I'm enjoying right now and what to talk about and stuff. I'm not even really sure what I would do if I did get a dedicated audience. a good amount of viewership, being interested in every new video that I make. I think I just get worried about that and just not know how to deal with it and stuff. Thanks for watching. If you did watch all of this and listen to all of this, it means a lot to me. And yeah, don't let anyone waste your time. That's all for this video, guys. Please rate and comment. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.